we're going to make a form that has branching questions, so that if you ask a question, depending on what they answer, it sends them to a different page. So to do this, we're going to click on Create in our Drive and choose Form. Give our form a title, and I'm just going to make one up for a summer computer camp. And I'll just pick the default theme and click OK. Alright. So if I were going to have a computer camp, I was going to send this form to my students, I would first of all, remember at the top, you want to uncheck that they have to be from, unless you're sending this to your students or teachers in your school, you'll want to uncheck that they're required to be in your domain to log in or to view the form. Alright, so my first question is to ask their first and last name, and that is going to be a text question, and it's going to be required, and done. The next thing that I want to do is I want to know what grade level they are, because depending on what grade they're in is the options they have for camp. So I'm going to add an item, multiple choice, what grade are you in? Option 1 is grades 3 to 5. Option 2, 6 to 8, and option 3 will be 9 to 12. And again, this is something that they do have to answer. Okay. I also want to know whether or not they want to go to camp. So I am going to click on Add Item. This will be another multiple choice. Do you want to come to computer camp this summer? And this will be a simple yes. Oops. Yes or no. Make that one required. Okay, and now since I have this sketched out, I'm going to move this question, because before I even ask what grade they're in, if they don't want to come to camp, it doesn't matter, their grade. So if you want to move a question around, you just hover over it, click and drag, and drop it where you want it to go. So, what's your name? Do you want to come to camp? And what grade are you in? Alright, now I'm going to add a page for if they're in 3rd through 5th grade, what their options are. So I go to Add Item, and I'm going to put in a page break. And this will be if they're 3rd through 5th graders. And then under that, I'm going to add the item of, I'm going to add checkboxes because they might want to choose more than one session. So it's going to be, what sessions are you interested in? And this way they can pick more than one. So the first session they might want to take is digital photography. And the next one could be learning about coding. And the next one is going to be fun with iPads. Okay, done with that one. So my session for my 3rd graders is done. So I'm going to add now another page break, and I want to put in a page for my 6th through 8th graders. And then under that, I am going to add their options. So that's checkboxes. sessions do you want to participate in? And they can choose from digital photography, coding, creating games, or iMovie on the iPad. And I'm going to say done with that one. And then I need to go back up here because I can't make this one required, because if they're not a 3rd through 5th grader, they need to be able to skip this one. So I need to click on it and edit it and uncheck required on this question. All right. So I've got my 3rd through 5th, 6th through 8th. Now I'm going to add another page. And this will be my high school kids. And what options they have for camp. And let's see, they're going to have a choice of gaming, scripting, coding, screencasting, or video production. And done with that one. All right. Now, when they are all finished, I need to change my confirmation message. Thanks if you have signed up for camp. You will be getting more information soon. All right. They don't need a link to submit another response. We're just going to finish there. All right. So now, the next thing we need to do, now that we've got, and you can see the page numbers here, so I've got 4 pages. Now I'm going to go back up here to page 1. And the first thing I want to do is I want to edit their yes or no question. I want not to edit it, but I want to be able to say, if they say yes, they want to go to camp, I want them to go on from there. If they say no, they don't want to go to camp, I want them to be done. So I need a page break here, because if they say no, they don't want to go to camp, then it doesn't matter what grade they're in. So I'm going to add another item here, another page. And this will be, yes, I want to go to camp. Page. And I'm going to move that up right below, do you want to come to camp this summer? Now you could leave it where it is, just as long as you know what the page is. All right, so again, we're using some logic here, some if-then. So if they want to go to camp, then it's going to go to page 2 and say yes and ask them what grade they're in. If, and we can do this also, we'll make another branching. If they pick grades 3 to 5, then we want it to go to the next page and give them their options. So I'm going to edit this one now. And I'm going to choose, I'm not going to edit it. I'm just going to choose go to page based on answer. So if they say they're in grades 3 to 5, then over here are my options. Then they want to go to the page for 3rd through 5th graders. Same with this one, 6 through 8, they'll go to page 4. If they're grades 9 to 12, I need them to go to page 5. So I'm going to be done with, again, I'm going to unrequire this one. Done. All right. Now I'm going to go back to my yes/no question at the top. And I'm going to go to a page based on answer. If they say yes, they want to go to camp, then they're just going to go on to the next page, which is the yes page, and that's fine. Or I could just click and say go to the yes page. If they say no, they don't want to go to camp, they're going to skip everything and they're going to submit the form. Now you can only do this in multiple choice questions, the branching. Okay, done. All right. Now the next thing that you want to do is you want to give it a try. So you go up here to view live form, and let's see if this works. Do I want to come to camp this summer? Yes. Continue. What grade am I in? I'm in 3rd through 5th grade. Continue. So what sessions are you interested in? I want to do fun with iPads and digital photography. Continue. Oh, now you see it went to 6th through 8th graders. So there's something else, there's some other things that I need to do. So I'm going to just close out of here, and I have to go back now to individual pages. So far it's working okay. But if they're a 3rd grader, they don't need to go to the next page. And you can see below page 3, there's this section. It says after page 3, right now it says continue to next page, which is for page 4 for 6th through 8th graders. But if they're 3rd graders and they're done with this section, we just want them to submit the form. And so we're going to want to do the same thing after the other pages. So after page 4, if they're a 6th through 8th grader, we need them to submit their form. And for the high school kids, when they're done, the last page already is the submit page. So let's try this one more time. View live form. Do you want to come to camp? Yes. What grade are you in? 3rd through 5th grade. What sessions are you interested in? And then you'll see now it just says submit. And I'm done. Let's try it with somebody else. View live form. Do you want to come to camp? Make sure you test all possibilities here. 6th through 8th takes me to the 6th through 8th page, so that's good. These are the sessions I want. Submit. Good. Done with that one. Let's try it again. View live form. Want to come to camp? I'm in high school. And what sessions do I want for high school? Submit. Good. So if they want to come to camp, everything's working. Now what happens if they don't want to come to camp? View live form. No, I don't want to come to camp. Continue. Submit. Done. This one works. So it takes a little bit of work. It helps if you sketch it out on paper first, or use some type of program that will let you do the mapping. But think it through before you start, and then make sure you test everything before you send it out. And you may want to send it out to a friend and let them test it for you. Good luck with your branching forms.